What's going on, Louis V fam? Today's is first episode of Divorcing Out Loud. So let me tell you what the number one killer of marriages are, and that's silence, right? It's the silent killer when communication fails. See, the breakdown of open and honest communication and dialogue creates distance, shows how assumptions and silence and avoidance set the stage for emotional disconnection. If you think about it, it's exactly the beginning of the end of most relationships. I can remember clearly when our communication started to fail in the marriage. It was about 2013. My daughter was actually 13 years old. And I think that's when we realized at that point that we have three children, two boys, a girl. My boys are older and they were out. My daughter, she's the baby, she's the last one. I think it was at that age when we realized that she was coming into her own, she was developing her own personality. And we realized that our children no longer needed us as much as they had in the past. And we had devoted much time and attention to raising our children. And I think at that moment, at least for me, I know that's when I realized that she was a stranger to me at that point. And I'm sure she was feeling the exact same way. We didn't really know each other because we had grown, we had changed, our needs had changed, our desires had changed, and we were really two new individuals in a marriage, right? And it was time for us to get to know each other again. But instead, what happened is that we stopped communicating with one another. We started talking at each other, no longer talking to each other. We stopped listening to one another to understand and to empathize, and in essence, we started listening to one another just to respond, especially when we were in any kind of disagreement. It typically starts with small things, right? There's unspoken feelings, unspoken thoughts, things that you continue to swallow internally that you never bring up and you never address. Over time, that silence becomes distance. And avoiding conflict, although you may think it's peace, is bringing peace to your relationship, in essence, it's actually poisoning it from the inside out. It's really the beginning of the end as soon as communication fails. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt unheard in your relationship? And if you have, what exactly did you do about it to make sure that you were heard? And I don't mean just heard verbally, I meant truly understood what your ideals were, what your passions were, your thoughts, your needs. How did you address that when you felt unheard? Because remember, communication is really not just talking to one another, it's being completely and utterly understood. This is grown folks conversation. As you all know, this is what we do. I want you to tune in tomorrow for episode 2 of Divorcing Out Loud, when we're going to talk about love languages and when love languages collide. Men are from Venus, women are from Pluto. Listen, I love you all. I want to thank you for taking the opportunity to listen to the beginning of my Divorcing Out Loud series. Please, I want you to comment in the chat. I want you to share the video. I want you to like the video. Because again, we don't have enough of these conversations. And it's pivotal. If we want to save marriages, we got to talk about it. I love you. Stay tuned.